Good morning, students. In this class, we will discuss about four topics. First one, medical termination pregnancy. Second one, sexually transmitted diseases. Third one, infertility, and fourth one, that is ART. ART stands for assisted reproductive technologies. Okay, you see first one, medical termination pregnancy. First one, medical termination pregnancy. Okay, pregnancy, that is also known as induced abortion. Induced abortion. Okay, induced abortion. Okay, second topic we will discuss, that is sexually transmitted diseases. Sexually transmitted diseases. Okay, third topic today in this class, that is infertility. And fourth topic will be assisted reproductive technologies, also known as ART. Assisted reproductive technologies, that is also known as ART. Now let us see detail of each topics one by one. The first one, medical termination pregnancy, that is also known as induced abortion. First topic, sometimes male and female, you can see husband and wife, not contains and do not want young one in their life, and they want to remove that new young one. Okay, so this is known as medical termination pregnancy. Okay, and it may be defined as intentional or voluntary termination of full-term fetus before it become viable is known as MTP. So once again, what is MTP? MTP may be defined as intentional or voluntary termination of full-term fetus before it become viable is known as MTP. So you can write definition on your notebook. Okay. Now there are certain reasons MTP is done, but MTP is started, or you can say legalized in India in the year 1971. This MTP was strictly legalized in India in the year 1971. So why MTP is done? There are certain reasons MTP is done and it is started. Okay, let us see why MTP is done and why MTP is necessary. So first one, in case of failure of contraceptives, first reason, sometimes both in male and female, failure of contraceptives. So sometimes both male and female do not want new young one in their life, and they used contraceptive, but this contraceptive is not very active. It becomes failure. Its activity becomes failure. So there is chances of fertilization or implantation in the female. So in this case, MTP will done. Second one, in rare cases also MTP is done to remove the unwanted fetus from the female's body. Or third one, to remove unwanted pregnancies. To remove unwanted pregnancies. So these are the three reasons MTP is started and done. Okay, the first one, in case of failure of contraceptives in various barriers. Okay, second one in rare cases, and third one to remove unwanted pregnancies. And MTP is done up to only 12 weeks of the after pregnancy. After the 12 weeks, it is not suitable because the fetus is closely attached to the mother's body. So when after the 12 weeks MTP will done, it may harm to the mother's body. So what is the actual age? Up to only 12 weeks, or you can say first trimester, MTP is suitable. And after the 12 weeks of pregnancy, MTP is not suitable because the fetus is closely attached to the mother's body for nourishment. So this is all about MTP. Once again, MTP stands for intensive and medical termination pregnancy, that is also known as induced abortion. Let us see second topic, that is sexually transmitted diseases. Sexually transmitted diseases. Sexually transmitted diseases. Second, sexually transmitted diseases. In short, it is known as STDs. Okay, it is also known as venereal diseases. Venereal diseases. It is also known as RTI, reproductive tract infections. RTI, reproductive tract infections. So there are two other names of STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. It is also known as venereal diseases. It is also known as the reproductive tract infections. So first of all, you have to know what to mean by the term STDs. The various diseases that spread through sexual contact from an infected person to healthy person are collectively known as sexually transmitted diseases. So once again, the various diseases that spread through sexual contact from an infected person to healthy person collectively known as sexually transmitted diseases. And the examples of sexually transmitted diseases, you can see the examples of sexually transmitted diseases are as follows. The first one is, that is most important, caused by bacteria. Okay, so first is syphilis. First is, you can write the name on sexually transmitted disease. First one, syphilis. Second one, AIDS. AIDS stands for acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. AIDS stands for acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Third example of STD is hepatitis B. Hepatitis B. Okay. Fourth one is chlamydiosis. Okay. Next, fifth one is trichomoniosis. So first one syphilis, second one acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, third one hepatitis B. Okay. Fourth one chlamydiosis, fifth one trichomoniosis. Next one examples is, you can see, next one genital herpes. Okay. Next one genital warts. And last one is called gonorrhea. gonorrhea. So these are the examples of sexually transmitted diseases. First one syphilis, second one AIDS. AIDS stands for acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Third one hepatitis B. Fourth one chlamydosis. Fifth one trichomoniasis. Next one genital herpes. Next genital warts, and last one gonorrhea. So these are the common examples of sexually transmitted diseases. Okay. Now let us see the regions, mode of transmission of the STDs. How STDs can transmitted from one infected person to healthy person. So first region is you can say how the STD is transferred from infected person to healthy person. So first one sex with first one during blood transfusion. Okay. Second one during blood transfusion, when the blood is transferred from donor to the recipient, and when the blood is infected, there may chances of transfer of STDs from infected person to the healthy person. Second one from mother to the fetus. From mother to the fetus through placenta. So first mode of transmission of STDs, first one blood transfusion, that means blood donation. When the blood is infected and transferred from donor to the recipient, there may chances of transfer of disease from the infected person to the healthy person during blood transfusion. Second one from mother to the fetus through placenta. You know, placenta is a special structure by which the fetus is closely attached to the mother's body, and when the mother is infected, there may chances of the transfer of disease from mother to the fetus through the placenta. And third one, by using infected syringe. By using infected syringes or needles of infected person. When the person is infected already and someone used his or her infected syringe or needle to the healthy person, there may chances of the sexually transmitted diseases from infected to the healthy person. So this is all about the means of transmission of the sexually transmitted diseases. Now let us see how we can prevent. There are certain methods we can prevent the sexually transmitted diseases. Okay. So first methods of prevention of STDs. How there are certain methods we can prevent the sexually transmitted diseases that spread from the infected person to healthy person. So first methods of prevention of STD means sexually transmitted diseases. The first method is avoid sex with multiple partners. Avoid sex with multiple partners. Multiple partners means what? More than one partners. When more than one partners are involved during sexual intercourse or coitus, there may chances of transmission of infected disease, transmission of the sexually transmitted diseases. When only one partner, there is a less risk of transfer of disease. But when multiple partners involved during sexual intercourse, okay, there may chances of transfer of disease. Second one, failure of contraceptives. Use of contraceptives. When contraceptives are use of contraceptives during coitus. during coitus. When during sexual intercourse, a special coitus contraceptive device is used. Okay, so there is a prevention of the sexually transmitted diseases. And third, if doubt or problem, if any doubt or problem, quickly contact to the qualified doctor. If any problem or doubt related to STDs, quickly contact to the qualified doctor. So there are three means we can prevent the STDs. First one is avoid sex with multiple partners, that means more than one partner. There is a transmission of disease. Second one, use of contraceptive during sexual intercourse or coitus. When contraceptive is used, that may be physical barriers or chemical oral pills, etc. So there is a when contraceptive used, there is a less transfer of the disease. And third one, if any doubt or problem, quickly contact to the qualified doctor. So this is all about the STDs. Let us see next topic, infertility. Third, infertility. Infertility. This topic is very important. Okay. So today last class of chapter 4. Listen carefully and see carefully and listen each and everything that I explained. Okay. Next is third topic is infertility. Infertility. What is infertility? Inability to produce child by infertile couples. Sometimes both there is some problem in the male related to fertility and some problem in the female in the related to fertility. So they unable to produce, the female unable to produce child. This condition is known as infertility. So once again, what is infertility? Inability to produce inability to produce child by the couples is known as infertility. And this infertility may be found in males and females both, in males and in females. Not only infertility found in a particular sex, either male or female, it is found in both. It may possible in male or female. In case of male, infertility mostly caused due to low sperm count. Low sperm count. When number of sperms are very less in the semen, there is less chances of fertilization. You know well, huge number of sperms are required for fertilization because a number of sperms are killed in the vagina of the female due to acidic environment. Okay, when sperms are very low, there is less chances of fertilization, and the male is considered infertile male. In case of females, infertility caused due to no ovulation. Sometimes ovulation stops, and when there is no ovulation, there is no transfer of ovum into the fallopian tube, and that female considered infertile. Second case, fallopian tube not suitable for fertilization. Fallopian tube is not suitable for fertilization. Fallopian tube is not suitable for fertilization. And third case, the uterus is unsuitable for implantation. Uterus is unsuitable, not suitable for fertilization. It's not suitable for implantation. Implantation. So there are three types of fertility can be found in the females. First one, due to complete stoppage of ovulation. When there is no ovulation, there is no release of egg into the fallopian tube, no fertilization. Female considered infertile. Second case, fallopian tube is not active. This is not ready for fertilization. In this case, the female considered infertile. And third case, sometimes the uterus is not suitable for implantation due to certain reasons. So in that case also, the female considered infertile. So this is infertility. Okay, let us see the last topic of this chapter, that is reproductive tract. reproductive assisted reproductive technologies, that is also known as ART. ART stands for assisted reproductive technologies, also known as ART. Once again, ART stands for assisted, not artificial, assisted reproductive technologies, that is also known as ART. A stands for assisted, R stands for reproductive, T stands for technologies. Okay. The various methods that help to infertile couple have child. There are certain methods that help infertile couples to have child, that is collectively known as ART, assisted reproductive technology. Okay, so once again, what do you mean by the term ART? The various methods that help infertile couples to have child, known as assisted reproductive technologies, and there are total following 4 types of assisted reproductive technology. First one is known as, you can draw this types of the assisted reproductive technologies. First one is known as test tube baby programs. Test tube baby programs. Okay. Second one is known as GIFT, gamete intrafallopian transfer. GIFT. Okay, gamete intrafallopian transfer. Third one is known as ICSI, intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Once again, intracytoplasmic sperm injection. And fourth one, AI. I will explain detail one by one. First, let us see the 4 types of ART. First one is known as test tube baby program, also known as IVF, in vitro fertilization. Second one, GIFT. Third one, ICSI, and fourth one, AI. AI stands for artificial insemination. Now let us see detail one by one. So first one is test tube baby programs. Test tube baby program. In this method, suppose that this is the male parent and this is the female parent. So in case of test tube baby programs, the male gamete, that means sperm, collected from the donor male. Okay, and the female gamete, that means egg or ovum. So this is the ovum and this is the sperm. So first of all, the male gamete collected from the male parent and the female gamete collected from the female parent and induced for fertilization, leading to formation of zygote. Under in vitro or under laboratory condition. What you will do in this method? In this method, first of all, the male gamete taken from the male parent, collected from the male parent, and the female gamete collected from the female parent, and both gametes induced in such a way fertilization will take place, and there is formation of zygote under in vitro or you can say under laboratory condition. This process also known as in vitro fertilization because fertilization takes place outside the female's body, so this is known as in vitro fertilization. It is further classified. It is 2 types. You know, after zygote formation, the zygote will divide multiple times by the process of cleavage, and when this zygote will transfer after cleavage and convert into the 8-celled embryo. And this 8-celled embryo, and when this 8-celled embryo transfer into the fallopian tube of the female, this is known as GIFT. GIFT stands for zygote intrafallopian transfer. So once again, after the formation of zygote, this zygote will divide by the process of cleavage, and when this zygote reached up to the 8-cell stage and transfer into the fallopian tube of the female. This phenomena is known as GIFT. Z-I-F-T. Z stands for zygote, I stands for intra, F stands for fallopian, T stands for transfer. So what is GIFT? In this method, embryo with 8 cell stage transfer into the fallopian tube of the female. Okay. Now let us see second case, that is known as IUT. In this method, embryo with more than 8 cell stage. Suppose there is more than 8 cell stage embryo present, and this embryo transfer into the uterus of the female. This embryo transfer to the uterus of the female. This phenomenon is known as IUT. IUT stands for intrauterine transfer. So what is the basic difference between GIFT and IUT? In case of GIFT, embryo with 8 cell stage transfer into the fallopian tube of the female, and in case of IUT, embryo with more than 8 cell stage transfer into the uterus of the female. Okay, so I have completed the first one, test tube baby programs, also known as in vitro fertilization. Okay, once again, what is test tube baby program? In this method, the male can be taken from the male partner and the female can be taken from the female partner, and induced both gametes, leading to formation of zygote under in vitro condition, or you can say under laboratory condition. After the formation of zygote, when the zygote divides by the process of cleavage, and when this zygote reaches up to the 8 cell stage and transferred into the fallopian tube of the female, this process is known as GIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer. And when this embryo reaches more than 8 cell stage and transfer into the uterus of the female, this is known as intrauterine transfer. Now let us see second type, that is GIFT, gamete intrafallopian transfer. Gamete intrafallopian transfer, that is second type of R. Gamete intrafallopian transfer. In this method, that is also known as GIFT. In this method, the female unable to produce female gamete, that means ovum. In this case, the ovum is taken, or female gamete is taken from the donor female and transferred into the fallopian tube of the recipient female. This is known as gamete intrafallopian transfer. Once again, what is GIFT? In this method, the recipient female unable to produce the female gamete, that is ovum. So in this case, the ovum is taken from the donor female, that is normal female, and transferred into the fallopian tube of the recipient female for further growth and development, because in this case the uterus is suitable and active for implantation. Let us see third one, that is known as ICSI, intracytoplasmic sperm injection. In this method, the sperm is directly injected into the ovum of cytoplasm of the ovum. When the sperm is directly injected to the cytoplasm of the ovum, this method is known as intracytoplasmic sperm injection. And fourth and last, that is AI. AI stands for artificial insemination. In this method, especially males are infertile. That means the males have low sperm counts. So in this method, the semen is taken from the good quality of the male and transferred into the female's body for fertilization and implantation. So this is known as AI. AI stands for artificial insemination. So what you will do in this process? GIFT. In this method, the female gamete is taken from the donor female and transferred into the fallopian tube of the recipient female for fertilization and development. In case of intracytoplasmic sperm injection, the sperm is directly injected to the cytoplasm of the ovum for fertilization and further growth and development. And in case of artificial insemination, the male have low sperm count. So in this case, the semen is taken from the good quality of the male and transferred into the female's body for fertilization and and further growth and development. This is known as AI. AI stands for artificial insemination. That means transfer of semen in artificial conditions. So this is all about the 4 topics today. I have completed first one, medical termination pregnancy. Second one, sexually transmitted diseases. Third one, infertility, and fourth one, that is ART. ART stands for assisted reproductive technologies. Okay, so you have to solve the various exercise that is given the back of the chapter 4. Okay, and some questions you have to solve when you will see all the classes carefully on the board, so you can solve more and more questions. Okay, so this is all about chapter 4. Today we have completed chapter 4. In the next class we will discuss about the second unit of class 12 book, and I will start chapter 5, principles of inheritance and variation. Okay, to try to solve all the exercise from unit 1, from chapter 1, that is the reproduction in organisms, second chapter that is reproduction in flowering plants, third one human reproduction, and fourth one reproductive health. Okay, so this is all about chapter 4. Thank you.